want a spectacular travel experience? Feel the unforgettable spiritual experience through the Love Stone and commemorate the meeting between Panembahan Senopati and the Queen of South. Get away with your family or friends and make unforgettable moment with us. So everyone just sit down and imagine as we bring you to one of the heritage destinations here in Yogyakarta. And we are your tour guide for today. My name is Sabrina. Representing Putri Cepuri Parangkusumo. Putri Cepuri Parangkusumo is a building that houses the Stone of Love. The Stone of Love is said to be the place when the Queen of the South met with Panembahan Senopati and made an agreement. Senopati meeting with the Queen of the South has a series of unique and proven stories that affect the Yogyakarta police and the Queen of the South. It all started when Senopati regretted having completed his supernatural powers, until one day, someone far away suddenly threw a stone on the beach. The trees on the beach fell, the sea boiled, and the fish were thrown to the ground. This incident is what causes the Queen of the South to appear on the surface of the sea, meet Senopati, and finally fall in love. Senopati expressed his desire to rule Mataram and asked the Queen of the South for help. This condition was finally fulfilled by the Queen on the condition that Senopati and all his descendants become the husband of her. Senopati finally agreed on the condition that the marriage will not have children. The agreement made the Yogyakarta police a part of Mataram and had a close relationship with the South Sea police. And the proof is that the Harbor Companion ceremony is held every year as a form of sacrifice. Part of the Labuan procession is burial of the Sultan Nail. Hair and clothes is carried out in the Putri Cepuri area, Parangkusumo beach. And later on, you will be guided by my friend. So enjoy the tour, guys.
So, what kind of activity that you can do in here? The first one is to see the love stones or Batu Cinta Parangkusumo. This is the main attraction in this coastal area. Because the Batu Cinta is the place where the Panembahan Senopati and Ratu Kidul meet to make a deal. Until now, the Stone of Love is believed to be an efficacious place to make a wish. Around the location, there are many offerings and taman flowers are sprinkled. Many tourists visit this place to pray and feel the positive energy. And then you can also see the traditional ceremony. The first ceremony is the Labuan ceremony. This is the one of the ritual at the Parangkusumo beach. This beach is known to have a relationship with the Yogyakarta police. The Labuan Alit event is held once a year on this beach by burying objects belonging to the sultans, such as the sultan's nails, hair, and clothes in the Putri Cepuri area, then throwing the offerings in the form of agricultural products into the sea after the prayer procession is held. This ceremony is said to have been carried out from generation to generation since Panembahan Senopati and also as an expression of gratitude. This agenda is usually held at the beginning of the month of Ruah on the Japanese calendar. The locals were abused over the offerings after they were filled with beliefs to get the blessings. And the second one is Melasti ceremony. Melasti ceremony, which is carried out by Hindus for 3 or 4 days before Nyepi, with a procession in the form of throwing offering into the sea, with the aim of cleaning themselves in welcoming the Saka New Year. In the event, all the participants of the ceremony wore Balinese clothes. And you cannot miss the sunset beauty. Besides of seeing petilasan and traditional ceremonies, the beauty of the beach itself cannot be missed. Visitors who come to enjoy the beach can see the trees in the afternoon by looking at the beauty of the sunset. The activities carried out are not only sitting on the beach, but also being able to go around the beach by riding a beach. Visitors can go around the beach and even visit Parangtritis Beach by passing the road that has been provided to Parangtritis Beach. And the last but not least is culinary tour. It's not complete when visiting tourist attraction without culinary. There are many stalls selling snacks that visitors can try while enjoying the sunset or even staying around the beach. No need to worry about the price. The food sold here is still very affordable. So what kind of activity that you can get in here? In this beach area are very complete facilities. Some of them are toilets, prayer rooms, food stalls, souvenir shops, horse carriage, and also lodging. So this beach is located in Parangtritis Subdistrict, Kretek, Bantul, Yogyakarta. From the center of Yogyakarta city, it is 30 km to the south and it can be reached by using private or public vehicle.
With me, Adisti Yolanda. Not just any information and presentation that we present, because satisfaction has been enjoyed and felt by many people. More than 150 people give a positive comment by giving a 5-star rating for Cepuri Parangkusumo. The comment from tourists expressed satisfaction with the atmosphere and the condition there because they can feel and enjoy many comfortable and beautiful places, enjoy the culinary and the facilities at the low price, and get a different experience in enjoying the beach with the unique and the interesting historical story. Meanwhile, according to the local tour guide there, they highly recommend this place because it has interesting historical value and is useful for increasing knowledge. Besides the tourists and tour guides who comment on many positive things from Cepuri Parangkusumo, currently many content creators have an interest digging up to historical information from Cepuri Parangkusumo to serve as object of the content. The majority of the content make a historical story with the nuance of mystery, horror, and sweetness, thick with the Japanese culture with the Islamic nuance. One of the YouTube channels that are in a great demand by the public has brought up the story of Cepuri Parangkusumo is Kisah Tanah Jawa, or the story of the land of Java. So it is appropriate that this place is a great demand by the tourists and tour guide from within and outside the city to explore historical value and enjoy the beauty of the place and its beaches. However, to be able to fully enjoy this destination, tourists need to pay attention to exciting situation and condition. Considering that the Cepuri Parangkusumo is an outdoor activity, many of these things are conveyed by tourists and tour guides in their review after visiting this place, so that the experience they share about the result of their visits can be used by prospective tourists who have plans to visit this place to choose the right time.
Well, on this occasion, I will give you a few things that you should pay attention to when visiting Cepuri Parangkusumo. First, we discuss what to do. The first, of course, must be obey the health protocol because at this time the pandemic is overflowing, so you must obey the government rules regarding this health protocol. Hand washing facilities have been provided to make it easier for tourists to carry out this health protocol. Second, tranquility is highly recommended at Cepuri Parangkusumo because the site of destination is quite sacred, so the tourists cannot forget the attitude that must be instilled. 3. Respect the indigenous people who manage, those who know more about the situations at Cepuri Parangkusumo. At least be polite to give a good impression. 4. Dispose of garbage in this place, in addition to a place that is quite sacred. Here, tourists must maintain clean lines because comfort in place is very important, especially in cultural place. Next, don't curtain things that must be considered. Well, there are some things that really shouldn't be done there, including 1. Open the door in Cepuri Parangkusumo. There is a guard in the area there who will connect the tourists and caretakers. If you want to enter, don't just open the Cepuri door. Have to ask the guard for help to call the Cepuri caretaker. Speak rarely and do not maintain an attitude. 3. An ignorant of something that is in the Cepuri, either stealing something, scratching a wall of the doing other unethical things, or using footwear when entering the Cepuri. Inside, because it is a sacred place, it must be kept pure. Thank you. Well, then there are tips and tricks that you can do when visiting Cepuri Parangkusumo. These tips and tricks include: come on dates there are not big day because it will be quiet, so avoid crowds. 2. Don't forget to health protocol. 3. Tourists who visit park their vehicle is using motorcycle because a fairly safe and close parking space has been provided. However, if you and your group can park your vehicle, if you using bus or car, you can park off the short Cepuri. There will be a party who will help organize your vehicle. Thank you and happy.
Okay, now, I used to have doubts about Cepuri Parangkusumo, but now you know a lot of interesting information and story about Cepuri Parangkusumo, right? Of course, we will be amazed, see and enjoy the beautiful beaches, atmosphere, and the interesting historical story there. You will not find an experience like this in any destination other than Cepuri Parangkusumo. We are all ready to present an interesting spiritual experience for you. So what are you waiting for? Make a reservation now. We are waiting for your arrival in Cepuri Parangkusumo. See you soon.